You're tuned to the King Media Broadcasting Network. Welcome to One-on-One Web TV, brought to you by the Ohlson Group, a national insurance marketing organization headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm your host, Al Stone. Today's moderator, as usual, is Raymond J. Ohlson, CLU, the founder and CEO of the Ohlson Group. We're proud to present these brief promotional interviews with some of the Ohlson Group's leading associates from around the country. This is not a television show, but I'm sure you'll enjoy today's interview with Sheryl J. Moore, the president of Advantage Group Associates and AnnuitySpecs.com, specializing in the indexed annuity market, as well as the rapidly expanding indexed life line of business. Ms. Moore provides competitive intelligence, market research, product development, consulting services, and insight to select financial services companies. She is a sought-after speaker and the co-author of the Encyclopedia to Index Products, Annuity and Life. Her research and articles have been featured in industry trade publications and resources including the New York Times, Senior Market Advisor, the Wall Street Journal, Life Insurance Selling, and National Underwriter, as well as in Insurance News Net and Investment News. She works closely with the media as she proactively responds to and corrects every misleading or inaccurate article published on index products. Now, to learn more about Sheryl Moore, here is our moderator, Raymond J. Ohlson.
Thanks, Al. Hey, and welcome everyone. This is a special one-on-one today. We're here at the beautiful Omni Severin Hotel in downtown Indianapolis. It's our summer meeting, and we're glad to have a great rock star in the annuity business, Sheryl Moore, good friend, and glad to have you with us, Sheryl.
Thanks so much, Ray.
Well, Sheryl, today it's fun talking to you now after you gave the presentation to our field force in there today. But for the benefit of people that might not know you that well, you're head of AnnuitySpecs.com. You founded AnnuitySpecs.com. Tell us, what is AnnuitySpecs.com and what do you do?
Well, I like to tell people that I'm the indexed annuity rock star. I'm the gal who's got my hands in anything that has to do with the indexed annuity business. And I started AnnuitySpecs.com about 7 years ago. It's a website that has product information and rates for every single indexed annuity in the country on it. And we recently expanded it to include fixed and multi-year guaranteed annuities. We do many, many things, but ultimately what it comes down to is I run a third-party market research firm that specializes in indexed annuities and indexed life.
Indexed life. Well, you know, I have a real advantage over many people that are watching it because we've known each other for so long and we're one of your first clients and still continue to use your services and value them greatly. But, you know, you've been in the index annuity business since the beginning.
Absolutely.
Since the beginning, chose that market, and now you are the go-to resource in America when it comes to talking about index products and defending them. So maybe if we can just do a 2-3 minute historical timeline. Where do you see the differences? Where were we? Where are we now? And where do you see things going? And maybe speaking mostly to index annuities.
Yeah. Well, thanks again. I appreciate the kudos so much, and I am very appreciative of our relationship with the Ohlson Group. I appreciate your support because, you know, when I started this business 7 years ago and decided to leave the home office, I didn't know exactly what I was going to do, but I knew that I felt very passionate about indexed annuities, and I saw a great future ahead of them. At that time, index annuities were far different than they are today. We had so many different companies offering the products, and many, many products. And due to you know, less strenuous regulation, we had so many different varieties of products at that time. But we also had some problems. You know, our disclosure was sometimes lax. Right. Products not always as consumer friendly as they could be, and overall very confusing. I mean, a huge barrier to entry for any new agents that were interested in selling the product. How do they know which crediting method is best when there's 14 different convoluted crediting methods on the product? So I would say, in the past, we've had a product that had a strong value proposition, but maybe we complicated the story too much so that nobody heard about the story. Where are we at today? Well, we're at a far simpler product. And although we don't have as many companies offering these products as we did, you know, 5 years ago, that's going to change dramatically, even in the next 12 months. Certainly 151A had a dramatic impact on the companies that were offering these products, and quite honestly, the number of products available. And today I have very highly rated, very big companies, some even mutual insurers who maybe have badmouth index annuities, who are now working on developing the product today. And so I think that what we see today is a far simpler product where we're able to get our message out that this is just a fixed annuity with a different way of crediting interest. And beyond that, we're creating some visibility so that now consumers are asking about indexed annuities. And for me, that's a very exciting story, just because of how I was personally affected by indexed annuities.
Right.
Where do I see us going in the future? Well, it's going to be exciting because I truly believe we're going to continue to hit record-setting sales of index annuity sales each year and every quarter. But I also think we're going to get a tremendous amount of consumer awareness of these products. We even have some companies in the market today that are starting to run advertisements on television about indexed annuities. And with these Wall Street firms beginning to offer indexed annuities, I think we're going to see far less inaccurate, negative media, and much more interest from people saying, look, I don't know what an index annuity is, but what I know so far sounds interesting. I want to know more. That means a big pie, and honestly, we're creating some really unique solutions in order to help consumers with their needs.
Well, you know, you're right. I think it is a very exciting time. And when you get Wall Street firms that will start to come in and develop their own products, then it becomes good.
Legit.
Good, right? It is legit.
Right.
And on top of that, 151A kind of made things easier because that indecision is gone.
Right.
But again, maybe we can comment for just a second. You know, the state of Illinois, they've come back in and trying to make it a security. I guess my point is, I don't think we can let our guard down, do you?
No, and I'm really advising all of the insurance companies and the general counsel and compliance areas that we need to stay on our toes, because I think where we failed before in 151A was we were overconfident. We thought that we would prevail from the very beginning. What we need to do is always be on the offense.
Right.
And, you know, the Illinois situation is really a case of a couple of registered investment advisors not fulfilling their fiduciary obligations. Doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the indexed annuity, but the indexed annuity was a tool that they used in the course of their bad behavior. And like we always see, people are trying to paint the indexed annuity as the bad guy in the scenario.
Right, and I think even though 151A was repealed and we have it as an insurance product, I think that the agent, the advisor today really has to be on his or her toes, especially with source of funds issues, suitability, and I think the day of rocking and rolling from one company to the next is gone. And one thing that has helped everybody, I think, and you were a big part of this, maybe the biggest part of this, if I'm correct, you were either the first or very close to being the first person to develop GLWBs.
Oh, yeah, I was the first. Thank you very much, Ray.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, back in the days when I worked in a home office, I was doing some product development on variable annuities, and we came up with the second ever GLWB in the VA market. And at the time, I didn't really believe in the value proposition of the VA with the GLWB, just because my personal feelings are I'm intolerant to risk. But I was very frustrated in trying to come up with solutions, and my passion was still with indexed annuities. And at that time, everybody was talking about these trillions of dollars that are going to be coming from the boomers and need to go into retirement income phase instead of accumulation phase. And I said, well, how can I get my agents to tell the retirement income story? I couldn't. People called it annuicide. They're putting on the handcuffs.
Okay.
They lose control of the assets, and they get paid a measly commission in order to do so, and their client loses flexibility. I thought outside of the box and said, why don't I take this benefit from this variable annuity and stick it on a fixed or indexed annuity? Not as a way of providing an element of principal protection, because we already have that, but as an alternative to annuitization. So the client can begin taking lifetime income, but still maintain flexibility to stop, start, increase, or decrease the amount of their payments. The agent maintains control of the assets, and he can still get paid his average commission of 6.43. And it's been a wonderful story, Ray, because really, 2% of clients annuitize.
Right.
GLWBs on index annuities have only existed since 2006, and already 11% of consumers who have a GLWB on their index annuity are actively taking income under the rider.
See, that's amazing, because to me that means that the product was good, the concept is good, it wasn't just fluff put in by the insurance companies.
No.
It was really a benefit that is helping people. And when you find yourself in a period in 2008, 2009, people lost 40, 45%, especially boomers, people are now looking at someday they need an income. You know, that income stream becomes more and more important to people, I think, as they approach retirement. And with 10,000 baby boomers turning 65 each day. The market is huge. We have a shrinking agent base. So I think if everybody keeps their nose clean and does the right job and does consultative selling instead of transactional, I think the future is really bright. You know.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Ray.
We're about out of time, but any closing comments you'd like to make, Sheryl? Promotion of your business or whatever. How can people get in touch with you?
I'm the most horrible business owner because I really don't work to make money. I enjoy what I'm doing every day. But if anybody needs any assistance relative to index life or index annuities, they can reach me at cheryl.moore@annuityspecs.com. And if my name's too hard, you can go to annuityspecs.com, and the contact us link will send an email to me every time. And I also want to say I've developed a new website about a year ago that will help all of your producers.
A great one.
Totally free website, indexedannuitynerd.com. That's me, I'm the nerd.
You're the nerd. Well, I tell you, I don't think you're really the nerd, and thank you for being with us.
Thanks so much.
I want to thank all of you for spending time watching this show today. It's been a great pleasure to have Sheryl with us. Again, she is the bright star in this business, and she was the one that really fought for the industry as hard as anyone, if not more, to repeal 151A, and she isn't stopping. The pedal's down. So again, thanks for watching. You can contact us at any time, and until next time, good selling.
Thanks for joining us on today's One-on-One Web TV. For more information about our guest, Sheryl Moore, please contact the Ohlson Group toll-free at 1-877-844-0900. For One-on-One Web TV, this is Al Stone.